Alright guys, I've come down to the Fairmount Dam here. This is my all-time favorite fishing spot, and I've come here to talk to you guys about spot burning and fishing drama. If you ask any fisherman about fishing today versus 10 years ago, or fishing today versus 5 years ago, or 20 years ago, every single one, I bet you, would tell you that fishing is worse now than it was in the past, okay? Fishing is declining. I mean, I live in Philadelphia. I fish the Jersey Shore and like the East Coast region. We got stripers, flounder, weakfish, blackfish, sea bass. We got all those species of fish, and every single one of them is in decline. And if you don't believe that the populations of fish are declining, then check your regulations for the state that you fish and compare them to what they were 5, 10, 15, or 20 years ago. Odds are you will see that you are allowed to keep fewer and fewer fish each year, and maybe the season is more restricted each year. You also have more information available to the masses for free than you've ever had before. So on the one hand, the fisheries are declining, populations are becoming less. On the other hand, it's all more accessible to everyone, all right? So what's happening is there's just more and more pressure on the fisheries. Our technology is getting better. You know, boats with electronics can put up 500 bucks and get a really nice unit compared to what they could get for 500 bucks, say 5 years ago. The technology is exponentiating, right? And we're basically at war with the fish. We want to go out, we want keepers, we want to eat the fish, right? And what's happening is there's overfishing taking place all across the board. All across the board. So that's the one thing. You've got the overfishing, you've got the declining fish populations. On the other hand, you have access for shore fishermen also declining. What do I mean by that? There's a bridge in Longport, New Jersey. It's called Longport Bridge. Great fishing spot. You used to be able to fish there 24/7, 365. Okay, now it's closed from April 1st until October 31st. Basically, fishermen trash the bridge and they shut it down. That's one spot. I could list 10 fishing spots that have been shut down in the past 5 years due to fishermen being jerks. You know, half the bridges in South Jersey are not even allowed to fish anymore because of fishermen trashing them and being disrespectful. You know, I've seen spots in Jersey, I've seen spots in Pennsylvania just, you know, go down. You know, fishermen find out about them, they go there, they trash them, and it gets taken away. Now, as for me, that sucks because I'm all about going to where other people don't go and fishing for fish that people don't know about. You know, I'm all about trying to catch trophy fish, different species, you know, in this area that is overpopulated in Philadelphia. And to try to post YouTube videos about it, I mean, if I post a YouTube video about it, then everyone knows like how, where exactly, blah, blah, blah. There's like plenty of videos that I haven't uploaded over the past like year and a half or so since I really got dialed into YouTube. And then there's other times when I just put the camera away altogether, left the camera at home because like the stuff is too good. You know, it's like guys can't post pictures of their fish. They've got to like edit out the backgrounds. They've got to tell people that they caught it here when they really caught it there. And there's like so much unseen drama in like the hardcore fishing community. This here Fairmount Dam, right? This is my all-time fishing favorite spot, like ever. And if you go back on my YouTube channel, you'll see that I don't have a single video posted from this spot. And there's literally one reason for that, and that is because there are 2 million people within like 10 miles of this spot in all directions. Let that sink in. 2 million people. Basically, if I come down here and I make a video of catching 5 stripers between 30 and 40 inches, and everyone knows where it is, then there's going to be a huge influx of fishermen coming down here trying to catch the stripers, right? So when I catch fish down here, I literally tell no one. Zero. Not a soul. I don't tell my closest fishing friends when I catch fish down here, and that is because if I just even send a text message out to 2 people that like the fishing's on, then like there's gonna be 2 people down here the next night. And let's say they catch fish and they post it on Facebook or Instagram. How many people will find out? That information will exponentiate, and within a couple days you will have a lot of people here. You'll have way more fishermen than fish, because at any given time here in Philadelphia you've only got like 10 fish that are worth catching, you know? There's like not much to fish for in Philadelphia. Philadelphia sucks. But There are times and places when you can get into monster fish and like awesome fish, rare fish. For example, I would love to be uploading the video of the 48-pound flathead that I saw caught recently, or the 40-pounder that I saw caught recently, but I can't because there's like no spots to catch these things right now. The water in the Schuylkill is not conducive for producing big flatheads. The flow is at an all-time low. We're in a drought. We're in a drought. The river's running super low. There's more vegetation in the river than there's ever been. And flathead fishing is really beat right now. That said, there are monsters coming out of this river. And I can't really say a word to anyone about it. Like, I'm literally not saying a word to anyone. I'm telling one person about it. If I were to say, like, we're catching these fish here, then there would be too many people trying to fish there. It's just not an option to tell the world, you know? I was inspired to start this YouTube channel and monetize it and try to make money off it because I was looking for something better than what I was doing at the time. I was welding 60 hours a week the past couple years. I was really hating that life. I didn't have time to fish. I didn't have time to even do anything other than work and sleep. Didn't have time to eat even. Like, it was like a really terrible time of my life. Like, those are 2 years that I will never get back. So yeah, I'm constantly torn about what I post on YouTube. You know, I don't post a lot of the good stuff that I see, just in fear of the spot becoming trashed, access taken away, or all the fish getting caught and kept, you know. And like, if you think that's crazy, then you haven't fished enough to see it, because it happens. It's happened time and time again. There's undeniable truths about spot burning, and you know, there's bad things that are gonna happen. And this isn't like, we're not talking about sunfish or like small bass or like any like run-of-the-mill fish, you know. You can post as much sunfish information as you want and it doesn't matter because they're sunfish, you know. But when you're talking about cow striped bass, you know, borderline state record fish, you know, those are very highly prized fish that people will like kill for. Like, so the long and short of it is, I find myself like constantly struggling with this YouTube thing because of like fear of revealing too much information that it would reveal, or that it would ruin a spot, you know. And like, it's happened. It's already happened. I've already done it and I feel terrible about it. The stuff that I want to do these days is all stuff that like the world doesn't really know about. Like, certain people know about, sure, but like the general masses have no idea is a thing. So to go and just like try to upload lots of content about this stuff is like, it's burning bridges, you know. I'm gonna end up like regretting it, because then in the future, like, there won't be fish at said location. You won't even be able to access the water like you used to, you know. There's legit problems with this. So yeah, this area, Philadelphia, New Jersey, being all heavily populated, dude, it's like really hard to post these videos without seeing repercussions of like people going and like chasing the reports, you know. The people who don't know about this stuff, who are just looking for free handouts, are gonna go to the places and like try to do it, and then they're gonna end up fighting each other and trashing the place, and there's not gonna be anywhere to park, so people are gonna be parking in illegal spots, and before you know it, the spot is gone. So yeah, I mean, like, viva la fishing, you know, go out, catch your fish and everything. Like, I'm gonna be out there a lot this fall trying to get on some crazy stuff, but you know, you might hear about it a month later, you might not hear about it at all. I don't know what I'm gonna do this fall. With all that, I'm gonna go catch some flathead bait and try to get a 50-pounder tonight. Saw a really big fish the past week or so. There's some really big fish, close to state record size, coming out of the river. There's been like 2 fish over 45 pounds caught the past 5 days. State record is 48.6 officially. I don't know, some dude caught like a 55-pounder like not too far from here a few years ago, but yeah, you can find that video on my YouTube channel if you go back to 2012. See that 55-pounder. But anyway, I'm getting out of here. It's hot as balls, and hopefully you understand where I'm coming from here. You know, I don't want to be the guy ruining that stuff. I don't want to be like spot burner, you know what I mean? Understand that like I've definitely withheld a lot of like good stuff. Like, the stuff I post is a lot of times just like not the greatest stuff that I'm on at the time, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard to balance this stuff. It's hard to try to make money at it when like you can't really like give 100% into each video, knowing that like you're gonna end up ruining something, you know? But yeah, that's all we got. So hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. You can like relate to what I'm saying here. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.